Hey, Brandon with Eternal Armory here. Wanted to take a minute and show you guys a little bit about our new magnet kits for gauntlet closures. As you can see here, this is one of our gauntlets that I've got working here on the bench. I've cleaned up my seam, I've got my hinges installed, and I've already installed 2 of the magnet holders. Now when you order a set of these, you'll get just enough to do a pair of gauntlets, which is 4 per gauntlet, and you'll get enough magnets. Now these are 9-pound magnets. They are 9 pounds a piece, so you'll have 18 pounds essentially of force holding your gauntlets closed. And just really quickly, how we install these, or how I go about it, is I take the first set of gauntlets, and on the side that's going to contact the gauntlet itself, because the way these are 3D printed, they are flat on the bottom, I usually take my sander and just add a little bit of a curve to the back of that, and I glue the first ones in just so they'll set below that edge. Once I have the first ones in, I can go ahead and close the gauntlet, and I usually tape it closed with a little bit of masking tape so that I can get the second one in. And the real key on these, and let's go to the bigger side here. The real key on these is once you've got one glued in, you can sand the second one so that the faces touch. And I always do this without the magnets because the magnets will fight you the whole way. So what you'll want to do is sand that second face such that it sets flushly against the one you've already glued in. And all I do to glue these in is just a couple drops of CA glue. I buy this at Grizzly. You can get it at most hobby shops. A couple of drops on this face and this face, and just glue them in and hold them for 30 seconds. Once you've got these glued in and you're satisfied that it closes and they line up nicely, you'll want to glue your magnets in. I always do one side of the magnets at a time. I don't try to do all 4 at once because these guys do like to jump across big gaps. So essentially what I'll do, I use my CA glue again. I'll put a drop inside there, and then I just stick the magnet in. Fits very tightly, and usually you have to press it in there and just you'll have to use something and wipe off just a little bit of the glue, and it usually leaves a little glaze over the top so it's good and set. You can use a quick set for your CA glue, works really well. Just give it a little spritz after you put that on there and you should be good to go. Now again, I'm holding this in my hand while I do this, but you'll be installing your magnets while they're in the gauntlet. It's usually the last thing I do. And really, once your CA glue has set up, you go ahead and do the other set of gauntlet magnets on the other side of it, let them set up, and then your gauntlets are good to go. They should close on their own, nice and tight. Okay, here we have a finished set of magnet closures in this gauntlet. And one thing to note when you're putting your magnets in, this should go without saying, but magnets are polar. So you want to make sure that you have 2 faces that actually pull toward each other and don't repel. So the way I usually do that, and you can see here, there's a little Sharpie mark on the faces that pull toward each other. But I've already got them glued in. Everything lines up very nicely, so we should be good to go. And very satisfying closure that will not come undone on accident. You can pick these up on the EternalArmory.com in our shop. Hope to see you guys soon, and thanks for watching our video.